So last time, we were playing this game of the Search of Dwarven Ruins. You guys spent time in Jasmine Town, learned a little bit about the culture there, found a new companion in Bambi and Yuna, and decided that it was time to go to Wolf's Point, the next possible place where you can get the next hint or trail of the possible hidden city or hidden dwarven ruins of Jundaruk. Half of your party had no idea what the hell snow was because they had never encountered it before. So now they are here with snow surrounding them. Yep. Georgie's eyes are wide. It looks as if LSD seems to be enjoying herself immensely, if not with some curiosity. And Nerdu seems to have bundled himself up a little bit more as he cautiously steps through the snow. While Georgie seems to, well, get stuck. The snow is a bit too deep for him. What is this? Georgie says. His eyes, ow, wide. You, come over here. His eyes wide as he tries to get through this snow and is like, what the fuck is this? And I think Lenara, through or at least prestidigitationed, a bunch of snow on top of Ellis, who swiftly dodged and is now coming towards Lenara. And a snow fight has begun. There you are. I first need everyone to roll initiative. Excuse you. Okay, let me just get out. Georgie, I don't recall. You guys are high enough level. You're fine. Wow, Nerdu's going first. No, he didn't at 20. He just has 23. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Seeing the incurring snow fight begin, he is going to disengage and go all the way over here. And hide behind the tree. Yeah. It is now Aegis' turn. I didn't hear any BRB either. Am I coming in loud, by the way? Or am I coming in distant? Okay. Dane! Oh no, we might have lost him. The snow swallowed him up. You know, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to skip his turn for now. Yeah, we'll just say he's holding his action. Yuna. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so that just means we're gonna skip his turn for now. Yep. Alright, yep, I can do that. You, that is going to be an athletics. I say as I stroke my cat Ghost Curry in my arms, waiting for this roll. Ghost Curry. That's his full name. Okay, you're running and jumping. Are you pile driving your knee into his back? Are you trying to land on him? Alright. Alright. Sure, acrobatics. Go ahead. This is what you get for arguing with me in the first place. I have to make a contested athletics roll on his part. Since it's, I guess it's, his athletics against your, acrobatics, so. 17. You land on top of him, and you're just on top of him right now. As he's just frozen in place. And basically. You're planking on his head but when he feels that, he does thaumaturgy for tremors, which causes a whole bunch of snow to like fall from the trees. No, I rock it. Yep, and I don't think the tremors are strong enough to make people like fall down. But yeah, if people want to choose to fall down out of reaction, that's perfectly up to you. Bambi the Destroyer, it's your turn. Okay, go to the bush. Roll me nature. You do recognize some food that you can use for your cooking. You've noticed that you found some berries. Some red berries, but they're not just any kind of red berries. They are known as spice berries. These berries are known to be very, very spicy. Hence the word spice berries. How many did you collect? There aren't really a couple pounds there. At the most, you could probably like collect like that entire bush, which would be like, I don't know, half the bush. Okay. Sure. You could do that. That will be half a pound. Georgie does his best to get out of the snow, but ends up falling flat. That's his turn. Madame LSD. She's running towards you, Lenara, as she seems to gather some snow in her hands, and she's going to throw a snowball at your face. And I need to be able to do that, Curry, so please get out of the way. Okay. So for snowball tossing, I don't know what that is. What is that? No, I'm wondering who's drawing. Okay, fine. Okay. Now wait. Be patient, Curry. Roll. 1d20 plus her dex. These snowballs are not going to do any damage unless you make them into ice balls. $17. Does a 17 hit Lenara? Okay, Lenara, you get a face full of snow. As she laughs. A strange laugh and then comes all the way over here. Your turn, my friend. Okay, so you're climbing up that mound? That is a snow mound. Okay, go ahead. Athletics. So you don't sink. You sink. The moment you get to here, you sink all the way in and your head is out. Lenara, your turn. Hey, it's alright. The dragon one. Alright. Sheka then try to run up to the snow pile to dump snow. Okay. You find yourself sunken in at the hips. But you can still move. But you can still move like some snow on top of Azure. Alright. You do so. Ne'er-do peeks from behind. And he tosses a snowball with his mage hand. Which goes all the way over here. Which LSD turns to look at him and he goes, and goes all the way over here. Yeah, you can use mage hand. Look, you can be creative with your spells in this. Yeah, you could throw something with mage hand. So long as it's not more than 5 pounds. Yeah, no. Well, the snowballs don't do damage. Alright, dexterity save. And, versus his athletics, yeah. Beat a 15. You dive bomb into the snow mound. Now my question is, do you go in head first? You go in head first, and you know how when cats are jumping off of things, she sees what you're doing? And you know what? How about you describe it for me, Moon? go right ahead. You can do that. Yes. Yes, you hear you see legs kicking up. Now my question is, Aegis, are you wearing pants? So tell us what we see as you are literally head first, completely upside down. Clearly, your robe doesn't cover you now. What do they see? Ah. Are your now my question is, are his legs flailing? Lena, Lenara, after burying Azur, tiefling ass. All right. After jumping off in glorious display, you land on Georgie. Now what do you do as he goes? Yeah. Your entire weight. You said you jumped on him, right? Or did I mishear you? Where? Which direction? Okay. Tell me where your movement ends. Okay. So, Georgie. Yeah. You roll Georgie, follow after him. And you hear Georgie go, "That motherfucker's been something! That is snow!" you know, you know those curses that Home Alone burglar did? That's what basically you're hearing. Roll me 1d20. If it is below a 5, not much. If it is above a 5, you don't see Georgie anymore. The only thing that reminisce that this is Georgie is that this ball has a mustache. more than ever, you see that the mustache is twitching and like is twitching and like almost like making like rude gestures towards you. Like shaking its mustache hairs at you. Okay. Okay. I just need to do this. Snowball. Snow encapsulated. Snow encapsulated. You only got partial cover. Yeah, so I'm not gonna put a mark on you. Bambi, you're still gathering up spice berries. You see, yeah. Go ahead. Okay. Alright, roll me survival, I guess, because you rolled a high enough nature that I'm gonna allow this to carry over throughout all of this. So just roll me survival to see if you can find anything. Yes. 15. Okay, you do find yourself some sage. You find yeah. All right. Georgie. I need to see what Georgie does. Hold on a moment. Alright. Alright, so Georgie, given what type of sorcerer he is. Yeah. Your snowman begins to rumble. Before firing out of the snowman, a snow mist covers the area as Georgie launches himself like 20 feet into the air with great winds kicking up his body before he starts to dive bomb towards you, Yuna. Basically, make a dexterity saving throw. It's going to be competing dexterity saving throws. I mean, yeah. 19. It's an NPC. I'm using the first one. So, Georgie whoosh, goes past you. Tell me how you dodge. Sure. Sure. You you leapfrog over him and he skids all the way over here. Yeah. All the way over here. Yep. Yep. But then Georgie dramatically turns to you. You have never felt a more menacing presence over someone who looked like a giant ball. Madam LSD. Let me see something here. I'm just looking at a couple of things. Hold on. Yeah, I just have to decide what she's doing. I'm just looking at a couple of things here that I'm like, well, what would she use? Okay, my dear Yuna. You, I wonder if I can use Druidcraft in this. She can also produce tiny, harmless sensory effects that predicts, like, she takes a snowball and she is going to try and pelt you with it. 16. No, it's your AC. Yeah, she hits you like, you're like, whoa, recovered from Georgia, right in the back of the head. Yeah. And Ellis runs this way. She looks back at you, her eyes intense before she brings a finger up to her beak, like in a shushing noise. And just for added flair, wind picks up around her, giving her a mystifying look. I don't know who was that. Sure. I said that you can be creative with your spells in this. Uh-huh. Oh, sure. Only ne'er-do. I'm. He's not. 5 for Ellis. Yeah, it would be so uh because your movement is restricted at this moment and you didn't bother getting out, it that pelting, I'd re-roll it and you take the lower. Okay. Okay. You can. I'll allow it. I do too. There you go. To reiterate, all right, as I described this scene before you, The sky goes dark. The clouds begin to swirl. And all of a sudden, the snowballs suddenly come. Small at first. You know, you feel one hit your head, and you're like, huh, what's that? You look up, and you see hundreds of tiny balls. Lenara, you feel a snowball hit your shoulder. You look up, as well as Yuna, and see that dark mass of clouds. And what started off as just gentle little, like, drops suddenly become incredibly rapid as those of you who failed your checks over and over and over and over again, you are hit. You are unable to see it, Aegis, but you feel something cold constantly hit your ass. Yeah. You suffer and when everyone comes to, everyone with the exception of, I think, Bambi and Nerdu are completely buried. Azure and was Lenara successful? Let me see. She had okay. Those of you who succeeded, you look around you after everything stops, and everyone's completely buried in snow with the exceptions of the ones who made it. It's chaos. Yeah, go ahead, wild search. Yeah, 1 in 20. Yep. Very good. Hold on, what is this one? You look around, and you see the chaos that you have reigned. Ellis is completely buried, along with Georgie. Nerdu peeks behind a tree. Yuna is also completely buried. Very white. Yeah, but I'm not able to change it. Because I wasn't sure what y'all were gonna do. My only question is, what do you do when you feel the intense gaze of LSD on your back as she pokes her head out? Lenara, it's your turn. So, ooh, bless you. All right. Con save, everybody. You already used your reaction. Can't use it again even if you wanted to. Right. In addition, unsecure objects that are completely within the area are automatically pushed 10 feet from you. So this snow pile is all the way over here. And now the echo of the thunder wave rings out. So you are no longer stuck in the snow because the snow got pushed 10 feet. He was... Oh, that's right. Yeah, Aegis is still in the snow. You... Because you are still in the snow, you get moved with the snow. I'm sorry. It just makes sense. Yeah. You have anything else planned, Boo? Yeah. Roll me stealth. Yeah. All right. Go where you want to go, Boo. Can someone please make a like square of like snow cloud, please? Or a circle? Like I don't care. I think it's 15 feet. Mm. As that loud thunder wave goes off, you see that not only is a cloud picked up, but snowflakes begin to fall, making this chaotic seem a little bit more enchanting. And the wind begins to pick up And the snow falls even harder. Do you guys want to keep playing? Okay. One more round. You get the sense that a snowstorm is going to be happening soon, which will obscure your vision at one point, but you probably have one more good round of play. So Neredu is going to come over here, and he is going to he is going to throw a snowball at Yuna. Yep. And as he hit you with that, you see him give you a a wink before he goes invisible. Yeah, you just see his feet as like he runs over here. Oh, over here. He goes this way. This way. I'm gonna. Yeah. You definitely can. Over here. In this area. Yeah. No, she's in another game. These as you do this, you hear the angels say, "May your death be a swift and cold one." They start throwing. And fire! And they... Okay. Y'all, I guess, have to make a wisdom saving throw. You can. The question is, will you right now? Georgia gets pelted. in his ball form, falls down. Okay. Save first. I'm gonna say with that nat 20, you avoid getting pelted as you disappear. With a soft yeah, 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 yeah. you, Yuna's turn. Speaking of which, anyway, Yuna, your turn. Yeah. Yes. Still invisible. I mean, you could throw snow at them, like in that general vicinity. Yeah. I don't know, be creative. What do you think, Curry? He's asleep in my arms right now. I've been playing this whole game one-handed with, like, him. Hilarious. Yes, he is. Sure. Yeah. Right here. Yep, right here. Okay. Go ahead. It will not be a disadvantage because Detect Magic is on and you kind of see that outline. That's an athletics. Well, it's going to be a contested athletics because you're trying to pin him. Yeah. That's a nat 1. Yep. You're on top of him. And he is down on the ground. You hear. Yeah. I mean, I can roll for something. You don't know where his face is. So you land. So you land on top of. So you land on top of him, and you tackle him to the ground. And well, you feel hot breath. On her collarbone. And he goes, and he goes, get off of me. There's an imprint of him in the snow along with two mounds that would have been right beside his head. He would be prone, no. I don't think so. Well, if he could at disadvantage, so let. That. Listen. I don't usually say this, but dude, this is a D&D game. And I'm recording it, so like. Yeah, listen. We can go so far, but not too far. All right. He's like, I've seen things that I was not ready to see. Yep. We can go further if we were educational. No. Bambi. You roll me survival to see if you can catch any movement that is an animal. Okay, so you do catch some movement. It's not a rabbit, it's a weasel. Roll me an attack. A bite attack. Yeah, you get him. Lenara, you're the only... I think you and Ellis are the only ones that see this. Does he make that same dopey face while looking back at Lenara and Ellis? Like, what? Okay, moving on. We don't say the V word around here. Everyone dies. Are we sure? I can end this campaign right here and now. Okay. Georgie crawls. He crawls. He crawls because it's really hard for him to come back up. And he lifts up a hand. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. So, you still get hit, but it's not as bad as it could have been. While using the same properties as Fireball, Georgie created a snowball. You are now an exploding snowball right on you. You take no damage, but you are somewhat buried. Only the ears are shown. And Georgie goes, worth it, and passes out. It is now Ellis's turn. Hello, baby. We're stretching. Yes. Okay. So, now it's Ellis's turn. Using the cover of the snow mist that is still up, I'm just gonna... Azur, you hear something digging. And right next to you is the very emotionless, but you're sure maybe angry face of LSD. If that had happened, something would have happened. She's gonna do something to you. This isn't like combat. Um. Yeah, she's under the cover of snow. And I want to see what exactly does she have that she can use on you. Um. Um. So you hear a strange buzzing. And underneath her clothes, a bunch of bugs start coming out, holding tiny snowballs. And then what starts off as like 1, 2, you're suddenly covered as you're with. Yeah. So he gets like pummeled with like these little bugs like airdropping like snow before you feel the hand of LSD drag you out from the snowdrift. She drags you out all the way to here. Staring at you, and she goes, "Cowards die first." Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'm. Ooh. Ow. 24. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Azor, it is now your turn as you are now dragged out and getting buried again. Okay. 21. She does not get pushed back. And now it's just you. Yeah. It is now just you. I'm gonna say that this one dispersed, but the new one like comes in like that. It is now just you and LSD in this snow cloud. Yeah. Okay. Honor. Ah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Roll an attack. Or that is a melee attack with snow. So that would. So in the mid. It's going to be straight because it's this is my reasoning behind it. You're entering into the snow cloud, which is already a little bit hard to see in, but you are stealthing. So this would be straight. Because they would cancel each other out. Nah. Okay, I'm going to say I want you to roll because that attack kind of flopped. I want you to roll to see whether or not if you hit Azure or if it just goes blind. So, roll me 1d2. If it is a 1, it hits Azure. If it is a 2, it just goes wide. That works too. It's still wide if we just multiply by 2. Goes wide. Wild Magic Surge. This time you need to hit a 2 or a 19. You will at one point. Alright. So, it is at this point. Hold on, let me just go into my GM layer. So I can get Ne'er-Do out of there. So, Ne'er-Do, it gets to Ne'er-Do's, turn. You guys are having a lot of fun doing this stuff. Just playing around, and everything. And then the snow starts to pick up even more. There is more of a chill in the air now. As the snow comes down heavier. Ne'er-Do goes, as much fun as I'm having, maybe we should go and find, like, I don't know, some shelter or something. Someone pick up Georgie. Usually he would make a mansion for us, but he's kind of passed out. Okay, I'm gonna just get rid of this. Ellis comes in and she gets you out of what? Okay. Alright. So I'm just gonna take you guys. Do you guys want to stay on this map or do you want to go back to the main map? Okay. Lehman's tiny hut. It's going to be very snug. It's going to be in the middle of you. You could describe what your tiny hut looks like. When you say to get a fire going, I'm just memorizing this because I think she has this spell. LSD claps her hands together, and before you, a bonfire starts. Yes, they are. That horse is going to be fine. You're near trees. They'll use it for shelter. Mm-hmm. It's finished. Sweet. Ah. Right. So you guys prepare. Sorry. So you guys prepare and eat the meal and warm yourselves up. The spice certainly helps. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. And you know what? Whatever you guys want to talk about, talk about. I have to feed Curry very quickly. So, yeah. Yeah, you're closest to the bonfire. It is with you guys warming up by the fire. Georgie begins to come to. He rubs his hand. He rubs his hands together, and comically, his mustache does the same thing. Mm. Ugh. I remember the fridge. Well, I think I'd be happy if I was a piece of meat that I would enjoy later. Anyway, does his mustache have hands? I don't know, Lenara. Are you looking close enough? So she's staring at the fire. Okay. And you don't notice. Georgie takes the fish and he looks at Yuna and looks at everyone else and he begins to, do a joyous laugh. So this is snow. Ugh. I don't like it either. But it's like the exact opposite of desert. All cold. No warmth. I guess one would have to ask, which would you prefer? The heat or the cold? Ah. Though I do say, you can, I think you can enjoy a nice cup of coffee here. One reminds me of home, the other is a nice distraction from home, is what Lenara says. And Georgie gives you a nod. Well, unlike with sand, you can actually play with snow. So this is just water. Well, that'd be a waste of water. Ah, well, I don't know how well you'd like it, my giant friend. The desert is it doesn't really have much water in it. In fact, it's very barren. Very hard to grow things there, unless you are next to an oasis, which is where our home is. Sure, as I do this. because Lenara is playing out her hurdy-gurdy. It's quite an interesting instrument. What's it called? Perhaps the man who made it was named Hurdy and or Gurdy. Mentioned Zelisty. You see Nerdu completely bundled up, and you see his snake familiar peek out for a little bit and hold on to him for warmth, and before Nerdu dismisses the familiar. It's uncomfortable. It was fun game to play. Magic made it fun. I cannot wait to see animals that live in this wilderness. You have been snowballed. Yeah, you feel probably as you were like getting all shifted, like you had to get some snow out of your crack. And now you are just unpleasantly wet. My friend, let me help you. And Georgie casts prestidigitation on you, and now you feel dry. Yes, my friend. Well, it's not like I touched you there. You said that you were... I'm sorry. I thought. All right, I won't do it again. Hmm. We can't be PG. It's impossible. Um, Georgie looks around and looks at the snow and feels how cold it's getting, and he goes, "Well, I don't really like using this spell unless it's important, but now that I am awake, how about I give you access to a real home?" Uh, hmm. He he goes, "Ah, well, it makes for good character, no?" All right, all right. Um, he looks over to you. Um, and since we are close to this tree, he takes out. I'm just gonna add flavor to this. Takes out a piece of chalk, and he starts drawing a door on the tree. And with one final touch, it opens, and it's hollow on the inside and dark. And he goes, please step inside. This is, I've never done it on a tree before. I usually do it on a boulder, but it may do, yes. And he walks inside. We will not repeat the sand fiasco. But we learned that we would not die if it ever dispelled with us in it, yes? Mm-hmm. Oh, trust me, it is bigger on the inside. Sure. Go ahead. You know exactly what this spell is. Um. Okay. Yep. Yep. Except this is a little bit special. This mansion. Um while doing that arcana, you realize that what created this mansion was the chalk itself. More on that later. The spell is technically, uh, it's not the Magnificent Mansion, but it's using its prerogatives. This is basically, I'll explain it this way. Georgie is using a special item to craft a home. But he has to draw it on a solid object. And it's called I call this spell Georgie's Generous House. Yeah. I well, you can certainly try to fit it in there and see what happens. The horse can possibly go in there. I don't know about a food size cart, though. Not yet. That's going to be next. Well, if we want to do next session, or if you guys want to do something, I will make it. Yeah, it's I'm going to make Georgie's Generous House, but I wanted you guys to finally get into Georgie's Generous House. So I'll describe it once everybody's inside. Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, with the Georgie's size, the only things that can really fit in there is depending on how big he makes the door. The carts could have gone in there if he made the door big enough. You know what or if he had a big enough of a tree. Yeah. He Georgie says, I'm so sorry, my friend. I didn't have a big enough tree. All right. All right. Okay. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah, no problem. Uh, hold. All right. So I found the music that I want to play as you guys enter. You enter into the tree, and you enter into, well, a home that I think is best described as like cottage core. Uh, very cozy. And it seems to have many different layers and spots. And in the middle, there is a desk with a paper that looks to have a drawn out plan, like a blueprint of the house. And he goes, all right, so we need a couple of rooms. And Georgie starts drawing rooms for the house. And you see the house shift and change to accommodate for the massive party. And he goes, you tell me what you want, and I'll draw it for you. Welcome to my generous home. And we're ending it right there. Yeah. 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 We'll yeah. Well, till next time, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yep.